Okay, we may have to pray that this stays on because it has a habit of turning off. And this garden of mine is a big secret because no video has ever worked. Oh, that got winded on or something. All right, so these are the terraces. Okay, they go around like that to that tree, and then you have to get off. That's terrace 1. And terrace 2 goes along there. And at about there, you have to get down and go up. Not very far. So this is the 2nd and the 3rd terrace, which goes over to the corner of the moat. And then there's a 4th and 5th back in there, okay? So these are the peas. Down at the bottom looks like some peas are still happening. And then, oops, we have, see how nicely it's terraced? I was trying to get that chair up from down there. Anyway, the beans, they really need water. We covered these beans from the deer, so maybe the deer can eat some, but we'll get the rest. Peas. And then all the things that were planted where it's bare didn't come up. More peas. Beans. More beans and peas. Oh, there's some peas on there. I guess this comes to the next crop, which is just starting to be ready. This is my little overlook corner. So we're on the 1st terrace, you see? Now you couldn't really see. That's the 5th terrace in there, and that's the 4th one right there. So these are going to be tomatoes. Well, they are tomatoes. And a few things along here didn't come up. I forget what these things are. I don't know. Anyway, so the tomatoes, Willem's going to dry them all. So isn't that a nice garden? Okay, so there's the tomatoes, and here we've got some lettuce that worked, but it's all bitter now. A few more tomatoes. There's a lot. Everything was covered in rows, but nothing happened to it. You know, it had a bad year. Not enough. Too much heat, not enough water. So kale, squash, tomatoes, Swiss chard, broccoli, lettuces, and all that. Nothing happened. And then now there's squash at the bottom. So you see, that's much. And then we come along here to the corner. And now at the corner, we have to change to the other side because we really didn't have much. We had all this mustard growing. It was very hard to pull it out. So this I planted, but didn't come up. That was potatoes from a bag. And then this side, now on the bottom of this side, all the way along the whole thing, is squash. But they too did not all come up. So we have more peas. But as I said before, down below, those 2 rows of potatoes never grew. So peas, 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 peas. Look at this. We're still showing you. I can't believe this. I do hope it stays on. Let me find it. Please help it stay on. This is broccoli. I do believe. More broccoli. More broccoli. So there you have one part of it. And this is the broccoli part. Okay, sorry, that was the broccoli part. I was meaning to take a photo and not a... whatever. Okay, so this is between terrace 1, which went from there all the way around to there. The peas and such. And then over here, we have between terrace 1 and terrace 2. A little bit more difficult area to navigate. Now this is all peas, or it was. They've all been had now. And we're on terrace 2. Okay, so this is terrace 2, and about at that chair it becomes terrace 3, and then terrace 4 is in there, and then terrace 5, I don't remember exactly how it worked. We'll see. Okay, so some squash finally germinated, but it's also obviously going to be very, very late. And peas are done on that side. There's more squash down there. I had planted potatoes in all of this, but they didn't germinate because I used them from the store, the regular old potatoes. But these did. Ta-da! Potato patch. And that goes all the way around the corner to the end here. Let's see if I can take a picture of this potato row. Oops, sorry, I try and take a photo and I pushed the button again. Okay, so that was the potatoes. And on the inside of here, nothing is planted. We ran out of energy. There is some squash, however, in there that's looking pretty good. Okay, so now this is where we dip down from terrace 2 to terrace 3. So it's across from Iceberg Pond. Oh, there's... And now, oh, and yes, there's some squash planted from the boat. There, so you can see them. See a little flower there, right? I'm hoping that's what that is. Anyway, so that's terrace 2. All this stuff here, isn't that gorgeous? That is jewelweed. And this is Joe Pye. And look, our corn. It's going into tassel. Isn't this amazing? It's actually growing. Now there's more corn along the oh, there it is over there. You see that there? Anyway, this is the corn here. And terrace 3. Right to there. Ta-da! So we've got this, and we've got the potatoes, and then peas, and then tomatoes and beans. Lots of tomatoes and beans in there. Okay, and then we carry on. We never got around to planting this. We ran out of seeds and interest. But this carries on over here. So we're on terrace 3. Remember, so at the tree is terrace 1, and it goes around to there to the next tree. Then terrace 2, and there's a dip in between, so this is terrace 3. And there's chairs everywhere because when you're working you get tired. Okay, and now I think there's potatoes at the bottom down here. I see them there. Just one row. I mean, there's... And over here is the next crop of peas. On this patch too. And there's a willow here. Isn't that a pretty willow? So we have several bushes. We have an alder. This is a silver maple. And then and it's a clump of alders in the middle, 2 places, and then this. Anyway, so now I'll go down my terrace, see how steep it all is. Oh, time to pick some peas. So this is terrace 4. See, that was 2 and 3 over there. And that also sticks out that way, but I didn't plant anything further up. And this is the leek patch. Didn't quite work, but there were just a few leeks down there. And there are carrots. And oh, maybe it's only 4. Okay, so that's the end of this. That's amazing. I did it without it not doing it. Maybe I'll take some pictures out here. Okay. And then we walked down here. There we go. And we're back to the beginning. Isn't that cool? I hope I can put all these together and make one video of the garden. That'd be awesome. Yes. Okay then, now you've seen it. The deer did come in and get the some of the beans, but we planted a lot.